Hello and welcome back to Baking on a Budget. Now today we're going to be making these. These are absolutely beautiful blueberry muffins. First things first, we have the ingredients over here and I'm going to run through those, tell you exactly how much everything cost. All of these measurements are in grams, but I will include the conversion in the description below the video. So to start with, we have 180 grams of plain flour, which is 9 pence. We have 80 grams of caster sugar, which is 12 pence. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder at 6 pence, and we have half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda at 2 pence. We have 100 grams or 100 millilitres of whole milk, which is 6 pence. We have 400 grams of vegetable oil at 3 pence. We have 20 grams of butter at 15 pence. We have 1 egg at 13 pence, and we have 100 grams of fresh blueberries at £1.19. Now there it is, the most expensive item in there is indeed the blueberries. The total cost of this recipe is £1.85, and we're going to get 6 delicious muffins out of that, which will cost about 30 pence each. And if you were to have the muffins plain without the blueberries, that would bring it down to about 11 pence per muffin. Alright, so let's get to it. Now, this recipe is simplicity itself. There are a couple of stages to it, and the first one is you want to sieve this flour into the mixing bowl. Now, as I say, that's 180 grams of plain flour, and that is it there. We want to add to that 80 grams of caster sugar, and then we want to add half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There it is. And we can bring all that together with a whisk or with a spoon or just with your hands if you wish. The other side of the ingredients, the wet ingredients, I'm going to melt this butter. Whilst that's melting down, I'm going to crack the egg and whisk that up a little. And then we want to add the egg to the milk. And we also want to add the oil. This is 40 grams or 40 millilitres of vegetable oil. And we'll just give that a quick whisk to combine all of that. Alright, now the butter has melted. It melts at a very low temperature, the butter, so that doesn't take long at all. We want to put that in there. Then give it another stir up, and then we simply want to combine the two. I'm going to start with a spoon to get that mixed in, and then we'll give it a good whisking. Just a little at a time. We can add that in. And this will be a fairly runny batter mix for these muffins. There we are. So we want to mix all that in. And now that we've got that majorly combined, what I like to do is use the whisk. We'll just get stuck into that for a while until everything is nice and combined and any lumps broken down, all good. It's just a couple of minutes of this. Again, as I say, could be done with a stand mixer, but I'm just using this manual whisk. I'm seeing that's looking good. That's looking good already. And the next step is the blueberries themselves. Now, what I'm going to do is just coat them with a little flour, and this will stop them from all sinking to the bottom of the muffins. And we can get them like that, get them coated in it. All good. And then we simply want to put them back into the mix, or put them into the mix, like so. This is 100 grams of fresh blueberries. Say these blueberries were quite expensive, really, as part of this recipe, but you could put chocolate chips in there if you wished. You could make lemon muffins by zesting a lemon and putting some lemon juice in. You could have them plain, and this would obviously affect the price of it, but these with the fresh blueberries are 30 pence each. Alright, this is going to make these 6 muffins, and as you can see I've got these fluted muffin cases which are made from a piece of greaseproof paper or parchment. You can buy these already made, but obviously that is an expense. The greaseproof paper is obviously very, very cheap. Put it over a glass and then press the creases down into the glass and then put that in there. And there we have a fluted muffin case. Now I'm going to fill these up with the muffin mixture, and we're just going to see if we can distribute that evenly with the spoon. It can be quite sloppy with the spoon, but just as long as we don't get too much on there, and pop that in the tray. And I'm just going to go round these, distributing so they all get an equal amount of this. And we just want to make sure we get every last drop of that batter out of the bowl. Okay. Alright, that's the muffins ready to go. I'm going to put those into a very hot oven, about 200 degrees centigrade. Okay, they are now out of the oven. They were in there for about 17 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade, and they are beautiful. Just a little bit crispy on the top, nice and fluffy in the middle. I'm going to take some of these out, let them cool, and we'll see what they look like inside. Okay, that's blueberry muffins. That looks superb. I'm going to break into that, show you what the texture is like on the inside. Now, I'm serving this for myself with a little cream and a little dusting of icing sugar, but look at this. Fresh blueberries in there. It's a nice and crisp, sort of crispness on the top. Beautiful, soft and moist on the inside. Now, forgive me, I'm going to take a taste of that. Try this recipe. It's really, really good. And that muffin, 30 pence. 30 pence to make. And look at it. Now, as you've seen in the video here, this is a very simple recipe to make. Very inexpensive. And many different things you could put in it. As I say, I've made blueberry here. You could have them plain. You could put chocolate chips in them. You could put lemon in them. Many different things you can put in a muffin. And this would obviously alter the cost. I think the blueberry is probably the most expensive. And again, these are coming out at 30 pence each. Now, can I say, as ever, I thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more videos of this nature, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And for all of those who already have, thank you very much indeed. I read through all of the comments. I get back to absolutely as many as I can. And as I say, in the description of the video below here, you will find the conversions, the grams into ounces or cups, and I'll try to also include the different oven temperatures. I know a fan assisted oven is a slightly lower temperature, and there will be a relevant gas mark for that as well. I don't know right now because I use a simple conventional oven, but I will find that out and I'll put it in the description along with the ingredients for the recipe and the steps you need to take to make a delicious muffin like that. So thank you very much for watching. Many more videos to come. I think next week we're doing samosas, which is a spicy curry sort of pasty. Delicious. I'm going to make some of them and we'll see how they come out. Thank you very much.